I, who am I?
I don't
I
know.
haven't done this in so long. I forget who I am.
You're T.
I'm T. That's right. And you're E. And we're back on the podcast. Oh my God. How long? It's probably been like, I don't even want to know. Like
3
2 months.
Yeah.
2 months. This is just embarrassing. It's embarrassing, but it's summer, and so it's easy to make excuses and not do stuff, right? Like, oh, I'm busy. I gotta go to the campfire.
Yeah.
I've gotta. Oh, I'm busy. I've got to weed whip the edge of the lawn. I gotta clean out the swimming pool. What is your go-to excuse? Oh, Dad, I'm busy. I can't. I'm what?
I don't
What's
know.
your summer excuse?
I don't know. Hanging out with friends.
Yeah, hanging out with the Maddies. I have to go to Target. Oh my God, your favorite thing to do, go to Target.
I'm actually going today.
No, you're not. Who are you going with?
Maddie.
What? Which one?
Maddie, forget.
Okay. What are you going to get at Target? You're not going to get anything. Don't take any money. Go to Target, don't take money. You go to Target with money, you just lose the money.
I haven't been to Target in so long.
Yeah, I bet you've been to Target multiple times since we did the podcast last, though. See, there's your... See, that's it. That's the excuse. So how have you been?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. What have you been up to? We want to talk about what you've been doing first or what I've been doing first?
I don't know.
So before we sat down, loyal listeners or watchers, before we sat down, Evie said, wait, before we hit record, we got to get ideas of what we're going to talk about. And I said, well, I have 10 topics. And she said, okay, well, just hit record. Because she said, I don't know if you don't want to talk or what the deal is.
No, I just don't have any.
Okay, so we have a big thing for you to talk about. You went to camp. You disappeared for an entire week. You weren't home. I don't know where you were. I didn't know what you were doing. I didn't know when you were going to bed. I didn't know when you were waking up. I didn't know what you were eating. I don't know anything. Hit me with your recap of camp.
Well, so we gotta choose 3 activities that we would do every day
Really feel like it. Go ahead.
throughout the whole week. And Maddie and I all chose. Our first activity was sports and games.
Sports and games, games and sports. What were you sporting and gaming?
I don't know, just like random like games that we would do. Like one time we played kickball. One time we did like volleyball.
Okay. Like capture the flag
Yeah, we
type
did that
things.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gaga Ball? Gaga Ball's like a camp type game.
Yeah,
Did you
there was
Gaga
a
Ball?
Gaga Ball hit, but I never played.
Okay. So no Gaga Ball. What else?
Okay, well our second activity was hiking and creek stomping.
Oh, I love a good old fashioned creek stomp. Tell people what a creek stomp is. They might not know what a creek stomp is.
You walk around in the creek.
You put on water shoes, right? And you go into the creek and you just start walking up the creek, right? We've done that here in ours before. It's super fun. We should do that again. We should creek stomp. We have water shoes.
Yep. And then our last activity was lake fun. So we would just go, there's like a man-made like pond that they call a lake. And yeah, you'd go there and
They have like paddle boats. They have like stand-up paddle boards. Kayaks. It was big enough to kayak in, so that's pretty big. I'd call it a lake if it's big enough to kayak in.
yeah.
Yeah. You were doing all that stuff?
Yeah,
Speaking of which, that's another thing to put on our to-do list is I really love, here in La Crosse, they have a thing that was just like 5 years ago that they created at Pettibone, which is like a park right on the river. It has disc golf. It has the beach. Everybody knows Pettibone around here because it has Pettibone Beach. But they rent kayaks and paddle boards and stuff. And it's super cheap and it's super easy because you show up and they're like, how long do you want the kayak for? And you're like, 2 hours. And they're like, $7. And then give them $7 and off you go. And it's 50 feet away. So you pick up the kayak and move it. You don't have to load it on a car. You don't have to get all your life. You don't have to put stuff together. You just drive there, show up, get in the river.
Yeah, we should do that.
We should do that. It's one of my favorite things because it's like an activity that's sort of, I would call like an advanced activity, except you don't have to do anything for it. I don't have to spend hours getting ready and then cleaning up and figuring out where stuff is. It's great.
Yeah.
So which was your favorite? Sports and games, lake fun, hiking, creek stomping?
Depending on the day, I don't know.
Okay. So you have 2 days and you're going back this weekend. Today's Friday, so tomorrow's Saturday and Sunday. I'm dropping you off tonight. Go to sleep, you wake up. And they're like, all right, pick one.
I don't know. No, they were all good.
Okay, so eliminate one. Which was the worst one? Like, it was all right.
Probably the sports and games.
Sports and games, first one. I don't need to play kickball. Play kickball 5th grade every day at recess. So what else? Where'd you sleep?
And, well, they weren't exactly like cabins. They were like kind of like houses. It was kind of like weird. I don't know. They're like different rooms.
How many different rooms?
In my bunkhouse, there was 4 rooms.
Okay. Was each of the rooms a bedroom? So 4 rooms, so 4 bedrooms. It's kind of divided with a gathering area sort of in the middle. Uh-huh.
And then they all had their own bathroom.
Oh my gosh. This isn't a camp. This is a spa. You had your own bathroom, or like you and one other person? How many people shared the bathroom?
8.
Oh, each bunkhouse had its own bathroom.
Each cabin group had their own bathroom. So there are 4 bedrooms, right? Each bedroom had their own bathroom per 8 people. Oh, there's 8 people per bedroom. So this is pretty big place then. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So I guess I was picturing 4 small houses that were things, but it's all in one. Okay. Yep.
Okay. Was it hard to sleep? I think I would find, for me, it would be hard to sleep. No? Not because you're tired from the day, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really nice.
Well, you came home with something that this family hadn't had in a year and a half.
Oh. Yeah. There was a head cold that went around.
You were sick when you came home. We hadn't been sick in a year and a half. We had nobody in our house been sick. And here you were coughing. I heard you coughing a little bit this morning. When you wake up, I think you're still kind of coughing. Yeah. We made you wear a mask in the house whenever you came upstairs for like 3 days. Yeah. Because we didn't want to spread the head cold. And I think we made it. Yeah, who knows? But.
Yep.
So how'd that feel?
It was really, I don't know, it was a pretty bad cold.
It was. You were miserable.
I was in my room the whole day.
You were. And twice I came down to check on you, and both times it was like hours apart, and both times it's dead asleep. 3 in the afternoon, dead asleep. 6 o'clock at night, dead asleep. I'm like, oh, okay. She's not feeling good, and she's tired from camp. So, but you're all recovered? You feel 100%?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, would you go back?
Yes, we all want to go back next year.
Ooh, okay. So I was just going to ask, same place, same people, same length. Do you want to go for longer or shorter?
No, I think that was perfect.
So you were there for 1 week.
6 days.
6 days. Yeah. Sunday to Sunday, but it was kind of the end of the day. And then
Sunday to Saturday.
You came home on Saturday? I guess I don't remember. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. What are you reading?
I don't like to read in the summer, but
it's a seasonal thing?
Yeah, it is. I read a lot during school.
Oh, that's fair. There's no doubt about that. I don't read in the summer. That's like me telling my friends, you work in the summer? Why would you work in the summer? And them get mad at me. It's the same with you. You read in the summer? What would you read in the summer? The sun's out.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
The book I left off on was just, I don't know, like a random Kirsten Hanna book.
Okay, and so you'll just pick it up again in September?
Yeah, that's what I always do.
This is not a thing. You don't always do this. This is not.
I did this last
No,
year.
you did
Yes,
not.
I did.
No, you did not. I mean, no, you didn't. Anyway, I'm finally done with my Evelyn Hardcastle book. So I got this thing where I did a New Year's resolution where I'm going to read 50 books this year, a book a week, all year long, try and get through. And I've had this one particular book, and because of some other stuff going on, it's taken me a long time. It was like a slow starter book, and it's one of those books where there's tons and tons of characters, and it's super confusing intentionally for a long time. But I'm finally done with the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And so I am off and running, and I'm picking up The Silent Patient and Song of Achilles, and man, Cove? Is that what it's called? C-O-V-E, maybe? So I got 3 books in my queue. And to catch up to my one a week, I got to read them all this week. So I got 3 books happening this week, and I'm not worried about it at all. It's going to be great because I'm done with my video game.
Whoa.
I don't know if you noticed the last couple of days, I haven't played a video game at all, but I've been playing this game called Days Gone, where you drive around on a motorcycle and shoot zombies.
Was that the one you were playing last night with Tim?
No, that's not the one I was playing last night with Tim. The one I'm talking about is a one-player thing, and it was just fantastic. It was just so much fun. Riding around and shooting zombies and going on side missions. And it just seemed like there was always something fun and or goofy and or unique to do, right? Like you would find these caves, and you would go in a cave, and then all of a sudden, literally 400 zombies would all come at you at the same time. It's called a horde. And so a lot of the game is spent running away. Normally video games are spent running toward things or going at things. This game is spent running away. Like, you gotta get out of there and find ways to dodge and get them into small spots and then turn around, and then it's just really fun. But anyway, it's done. Probably like, I don't know, it took me over a month to play through it. So it's like 60 hours? Nah, it must have taken me more than a month. I didn't average 2 hours a day. Something like that, though. Something like that. So that was fun. Highly recommended. Days Gone. Days Gone. But the one I'm playing with Tim is called A Way Out. And what Tim and I like to do lately is play like puzzle games where he and I see or experience different things. And then we got to work together to figure out a puzzle. And the last ones we were playing are called We Were Here. And there's like 3 of them. And those are fantastic. And this one's not so good. This one's kind of dull. It's not much puzzling to do. You just kind of follow along the story, and it tells you, okay, hit square. And so you hit square, and then your guy does something. And now hit triangle and try that, and he just tries them. There are a few puzzles where I'm locked in a storeroom and he's out in a place, and so I got to open the door, and then he's got to distract the guard, and then we got to get in and around. So we'll probably a couple more nights of that. I think we're maybe a third of the way through, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else have you been up to then? Your turn.
Nothing. I don't know. I just got back.
You've been back like 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Friday.
So
You
I've
said you
been
got back
barely
on
doing
Saturday.
anything.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna apply for a job.
Where are you going to apply for a job at?
Rosie's Cafe.
Rosie's Cafe. I love Rosie's. It's got my favorite biscuits and gravy in the entire town. And what made you want to, or...
Nothing. Mom told me I had to.
That's fair. Did she must have asked and seen if 14-year-olds
Yeah,
can
she called
apply?
them. They're really desperate for help. So
Okay. And so what do you think you'll be doing at Rosie's?
I don't know.
Because it's a cafe. It's like a little diner. It's like mostly a breakfast place, a breakfast diner.
Yep,
So I would assume you'll be like cleaning tables.
probably.
That would be my guess. And then eventually you become a waitress.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a good job. You make good money being a waitress.
Yes.
I don't know so much at Rosie's maybe, but a couple years at Rosie's and then go to the waterfront. Right? Then go to Huck Finn's. We went to Huck Finn's last night. I know how much the waitress made from us in just the 45 minutes we were there. So she's making good money, at least at that time. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck with that. Do you need a reference?
I don't know, probably.
I don't know. Hit us in the chat if you're willing to be a reference for Evelyn on her application. Just click like and subscribe. You know what else I've been doing?
What?
I've been watching a little YouTube. And the thing I've been watching on YouTube, man, I have no idea where or how. You know how sometimes just in the algorithm, if you watch something on YouTube and it comes up on the side,
Yeah.
and you're like, that looks interesting, I'll click on that. Well, this video of an arm wrestling match came up on the side. And I'm like, arm wrestling? Let's check it out. And I checked it out. I've been going down the arm wrestling rabbit hole. I got favorite arm wrestlers. I got opinions on who the greatest arm wrestler of all time is.
What the
I know
heck?
who won the championship of the World Arm Wrestling League that happened about 2 weeks ago is Devin No Limits Larratt. And he's my favorite, by the way, so I was pretty jacked that he won. Yeah, what the heck is right? I haven't watched or thought of arm wrestling since the Sylvester Stallone movie called Over the Top came out. And I think that was in like 1986. Yeah. Well, who thinks about arm wrestling? But anyway, check out Devin No Limits Larratt and watch some of the highlights of this guy. He's fantastic. You know who wouldn't be good at arm wrestling?
No.
Me. Well, so I found out, I learned all these things about arm wrestling and things that give you an advantage and things that aren't an advantage, and why the best arm wrestlers, even though, you know, some guys' arms this big, this Devin Larratt guy, if you look at him, I mean, he does look strong. He looks like he's pretty jacked, but not like weightlifter, world's strongest man. I mean, he could blend in if he's wearing a, you know, if he's wearing a shirt like I'm wearing, he'd be, you know, he wouldn't have this extra room in here. But you really wouldn't think, looking at him, I bet that guy's a great arm wrestler. No way. He doesn't look like it at all. But his arm, from his elbow to his wrist is like super long. He's tall, and so he's got a super long, this part of his arm is super long, and so he can get a little bit more height. I'm short, and this part of my wrist, you know, from my thumb to my finger, I can do that. So, yeah. So I don't have any, plus I'm smaller, right? Just in general. So weight helps, height helps. Yeah, I'm not challenging anybody arm wrestling. Except my kids. I can beat all of them for now. Okay, what else you got? What are you watching? What are you watching on TV?
Well, I just finished Outer Banks.
I know what Outer Banks is. It's one of those, like, it's kind of a murder mystery, a social drama kind of thing.
Kinda.
I think I watched that one night where a cop got shot. They were next to an airplane. Is that what you were watching? You were watching Outer Banks?
Yep.
And they shot a sheriff?
Yeah.
Or maybe the sheriff shot somebody and shouldn't
No, they
have,
shot
or whatever
the
they shot.
sheriff.
But they did not shoot the deputy. And I sung her that song, and she had never heard of it and didn't think I was very funny. I thought it was great, though.
Okay.
I shot the sheriff. You still don't know the song? I played it for you all night. It's classic. Yeah. So Outer Banks is done. Was it a worthwhile journey? Or did it drag at the end?
Honestly,
Sometimes those kind of shows are like...
Well, I saw on social media, like, everybody loved Outer Banks. Like, it was, like, everyone's favorite show.
Who's your favorite character for those Outer Banks watchers?
John B.
John B.
Anyways, but yeah. So, like, everyone said it was so good. It was, like, their favorite show. And so last summer is when it came out. I think it came out, like, last spring, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Spring 2020. And I tried watching it, but it wasn't good. So I stopped. But I didn't have a show to watch. So I started watching it again. And it was kind of good. So I just kept watching. I was like, oh, it'll get better. It'll get better. It was okay. I finished it because it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, like, as
How
good
many
as
seasons?
I thought it was going to be.
Just one season, or how many seasons?
It's one season.
Is it left open at the end for a season 2?
Yeah, the season 2 is coming out at the end of July.
Oh, okay. So you're ready now. Now you can be active on the social media. You can comment with people and watch the TikTokers comment on Outer Banks season 2?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Alexis and I are watching, and I point upstairs because we watched one this morning. Oh, a morning movie. Nothing I like more in summer than a morning movie. We're watching Breaking Bad. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Might be top 3 ever for sure. And she wanted to watch it. I'm like, ooh, I'd watch that again. You know what? About watching Breaking Bad a second time? It's even better. The show is genius. That show is so fantastic. It is spectacular. And kind of knowing what happens and watching it and then asking Alexis questions as we go through, it's so fun. It's so great.
Nice.
Yep. So when you come upon a show that's been out for a while and you know I've seen it, hook me up. We'll watch it together. We'll watch The Shield. We'll watch Sons of Anarchy. Not yet. Those shows aren't great for... They're pretty violent and brutal in spots. So I'm trying to think of another show that maybe you and I would really like that I've seen. I don't know. We'll think about it.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see. So what are you looking forward to the rest of the summer?
Well...
Oh, it was Mom and I's anniversary?
Yes, it
and
was.
She and I left. We left for 3 days, 3.5 days, 3 nights, 3 days, 3 nights. One day was kind of travel, so it didn't feel like we left for the day because we were in the car, but that's the way it goes. Mm-hmm. We went hiking in central Illinois, of all places. Had no idea about this hidden gem in central Illinois. There's this place called Starved Rock, and it's kind of like creek stomping. When you hike, we just wore tennis shoes, but oftentimes we took our tennis shoes off because you got to walk in the water a lot. Like cross the river and cross the river and cross the river. There's a hike in Rapid City area, which we're going to go to later, called Devil's Bathtub. I don't know how. Yeah, Jay and I did it, and I showed you guys the videos. And Isaac too.
Yeah,
when I was out there with Isaac. Yeah. So it's really similar to this. Only you go into these canyons, and the walls of the canyons, it feels a little like Zion National Park, except mini. Right? Zion, their canyons are 200 feet tall. I mean, there's a reason why it's a national park and people come internationally to visit the place. This is not that. But I think it's as close as you could get in the Midwest. And waterfalls at the end, and yeah, it's really, really nice. And I've been married to Mom for 20 years.
Whoa! Mom keeps bringing it up too. She's like,
she does.
She's like, oh my gosh, you've loved me for 20 years.
Yeah, she's giving her some nostalgia. Mm-hmm. She's been thinking about what's been happening over 20 years. So what do you think in 20 years from now? You're going to be 34.
Yikes.
Now, it's not exact. I mean, it's close-ish to Uncle Jay's age.
Oh, yeah. That is very true.
Uh-huh.
Well.
Gives you some perspective on what's going to be happening, right?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Take a guess. It's fun to take a guess.
Well, I want to get married and have a family, so hopefully...
Okay.
I will be married by then. Maybe. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to rush it. Not just because it's something you picture yourself doing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, 34, probably like 1 or 2 kids.
Okay.
If I do get married.
Married, children. Do you think living around here, living in the Midwest, living on a coast, living in a different country?
Not in a different country.
Okay. How come?
Because all my family is in the U.S. and I don't want to...
Well, I might not be by then.
True. You guys want to go to Costa Rica again. Move there.
Mm-hmm.
You've said that a bunch of times.
I've probably said it 100 times, yes. It really is something I see as a real possibility, yeah. Not for a while. 20 years is not what we're talking about as a timeline for that. 20 years, yeah. Where my youngest child will be like 30. Yeah, that seems realistic. But I feel like I'll be 64. Like I'm still young enough at that time to enjoy a long time. Like get settled in a place in 10 years of, yeah, stuff. So So Smith reunion. First thing though, I was going to say we got some things to look forward to this summer, but we can kind of go in order, right? First thing is a week from today. A week from today. Today's Friday. Yeah, a week from today, we're leaving and going to Pearl Lake with the Lobermans.
I keep on forgetting that.
Yeah.
I don't.
So it's like near the 4th of July, like the first, second, third, fourth, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to Pearl Lake and we're going to go on the boat and we're going to fish. And then they bought jet skis.
Yep.
When's the last time you were on a jet ski?
Never.
Never. Really? I have a secret for you.
What?
Me either.
Huh?
Never been on a jet ski. Been on a lake, been water skiing, been speedboats, been on a yacht, been on, right?
I'm really excited.
I've never jet skied before.
Well, that'll be so
It's
much
gonna
fun.
be. I'm super pumped for it. I'm super pumped. ENT, maybe we'll get like a plastic covering for this and one of those selfie sticks. ENT live from the jet ski. We're live here at Pearl Lake. We should try. Well, let's see. How expensive do you think that would be for us to get a selfie stick and a...
Selfie sticks can be like $2.
Okay,
If
well,
they're
but
bad.
I don't want a bad one because we're going to be on a jet ski.
Exactly.
And
But I'm just saying they're cheap.
And it has to be something that if I drop it, it floats. Right? And it has to be something that is waterproof. So I'm not cheaping out on this. We've got to
Okay,
get
so
ourselves
We'll get a $20 nice selfie stick.
floating selfie stick with a giant pink floaty thing on it so we can find it after you drop it. Why'd you drop it?
I'm not going to drop it.
You're not going to drop it. Okay, good. Jet skis, Pearl Lake, Lobermans. I'm excited. Super fun. Next weekend. 1 week away. That's cool. Caden graduated. Trevor's going to be a junior?
I don't know. I think so, though.
I think so. I think 1 year younger than Alexis, right?
Yeah.
Alexis can be a senior. He's going to be a junior. And Carter's going to be a sophomore. He's 1 year older than you, right?
Yep. Oh, no. He's in the same grade.
Same. He's going to be a freshman.
Yes.
You and him are freshmen. Ah, cool. Okay. So then after that, like 2 weeks after that, Uncle Jay and Aunt Angela are coming to town, and they're bringing Robbie.
I know. I saw
Not
it.
here, not to La Crosse. I say coming to town, coming to Minneapolis area. And I'm going to go do fun stuff with Jay and Jay's best friend, Jay Hill. And then my brothers and my dad. And I think Angela's brothers. She might have 2 brothers. They're coming, but we're doing like a bachelor party kind of thing. So that'll be fun. And I think you're going to go visit
Grandma.
Granny. But I think you're going to visit Christina, Julie's sister, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm doing that. I think I'm doing that. I think we're going up early and I'm spending 1 night there. Then I'm leaving you guys or whatever. So we haven't seen them in a year and a half.
Long time.
Long time. Kind of stopped by their house outside once, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah. So that'll be super good. Finally get to meet Robbie. Finally.
Yeah.
Cannot believe it. Finally. And then last but not least is the Smith reunion coming up in August. We are like 6 weeks
Smith
away.
reunion.
Well, and we got to call it a reunion, right? Because we didn't do it last summer.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know.
That'll be so much fun.
It is. So we're getting a big house in Rapid City. And we're all staying in the same place and just having a good time. Don't know what we're going to do. Don't have to hang out, have fun. That's the great thing about our family like that. We don't have to have any plans.
Yep.
What are we doing when we wake up? I don't know. What are we doing this afternoon? I don't know. Right? Like, we'll probably do some hikes. Probably, I don't know. Some people probably go sightsee a little bit, right? Like Mount Rushmore. I've been there a couple of times. I don't need to go to Mount Rushmore. If other people are going to Mount Rushmore, I don't need to join in unless, I don't know, I would. But I've been there. But whatever. Go do some stuff. So
It'll be fun.
So what do we got going this weekend then? Let's wrap up with this weekend.
This weekend, I have no plans.
Today, tomorrow, Sunday. Mom works every day. It's just, and Amaya is at camp. We didn't even talk about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Amaya's
She's
gone
not
at
here.
camp. She's not here. So that is every time even one person leaves the house, it changes everything and relaxes everybody a little bit.
Yeah.
Gives everybody just one less thing to worry about. So that's been kind of nice.
It's definitely quieter.
Definitely quieter. Yeah, I'm able to get some things accomplished and some more, like I said, some more reading done.
Yeah, true.
And
Because she
some-
does have like a lot of stuff going on this summer.
Well, she got, yeah, so I'm not only driving her around to places, but she, like you said, she's very active and it's quieter.
She likes to be loud.
there's just always something. It's always something, whether it's needing something, wanting something, or doing something. All things are fine, but it's just so active. Yeah. So it's been kind of quiet.
Yep.
It's nice.
We went out to dinner last night.
I did go out to dinner last night.
And that was really fun.
Played a card game the other night. How'd that go?
Stop.
Evelyn was not having. I don't know if you're just tired or what.
I don't
You were
even know.
not
I was
interested.
not in a good
You were not in a
mood.
good mood. You were just bitter. You were not interested in playing cards with us. So that's what happens, though. So maybe next time we play cards, you'll be jazzed.
Oh, maybe.
Right on. We got to do more podcasts. We're at a half hour here, I see.
Yep.
That's long enough. I think that's a perfect amount of time. We'll get some questions in next time, maybe. Maybe redo the phone call thing. We call somebody, have them participate for a few minutes and bug them. Otherwise, I'm T.
And I'm E.